what's yours.
I think one of the things that gets to the way of parents is that we have this we have this picture of who our children are and who we want them to become, right? And the steps that we think that they have to take to become that person,
Mm.
right? And I think sometimes that gets in the way of who our children really are, and who they really want to be. And I think that's really good. That I think it's really helpful for us as parents to just be quiet and give our adult children the opportunity to talk and to express what's going on inside and what they're dealing with, the struggles that they're having, whatever it is they may be struggling with. I think it's really good for us to just take a step back and go, okay, this is your opportunity to share your perspective, and then just listen. Try to listen as objectively
Absolutely.
as possible, right?
We
And so that's great.
we have things that we say that are roadblocks to communication. When we diagnose or analyze or question even is a roadblock to communication. And at this stage, if the other person is really in the what we would call the problem zone, and is really hoping that we can be present to their pain, then we have to have attended to our own pain adequately enough to be able to hold space for someone else's. So there, I guess you could say the pre-step is that we be present to our own pain, our own aches, our own suffering
Right.
sufficiently enough that we can now hold space for someone else's.
Right. And I think that that's kind of uncomfortable for most parents,
Mhm,
because we don't want to be present
mhm.
in that emotional garbage or baggage or
Yeah,
wounds, or things that happened to us in our past that we haven't moved past because
yeah,
we haven't dealt with it,
yeah.
right? And we're so focused on them, we're so focused on molding and shaping and projecting our adult children into who we think that they're supposed to be, that we kind of get in our own way, right?
Yeah. Well, you've got to handle this.
Yeah, and the only reason I have a handle on it is because I spent plenty of time screwing things up, But anyway, we live and learn, right?
I completely understand. And we get to be compassionate toward ourselves and recognize that that version of who I was at the time I can love just the way they were. Because I
Right.
think if you have that atmosphere of acceptance without criticizing oneself, without coming down hard on oneself, without making oneself bad or wrong, if you can create a space for mistakes, then it's easier to go back and look with compassion, with self compassion, and have
Right.
that yoke that you would love for someone else to give to you. You give it to you. You give it to you in order to move forward and provide that same space for someone else to make mistakes.
Right.
It's really not about assigning blame. I mean, there's a overall heading to this. No fault, no blame, no guilt, no shame. And I mean, that would kind of be what I would suggest somebody write down on a piece of paper and put it on their refrigerator, keep it in their purse or their wallet for a gentleman, to just have it with them at all times, to be
And
able to
say that again.
look at it. No fault, no blame, no guilt, no shame. Mistakes happened. Life unfolded. People got hurt. And if I am prepared to allow that this was just an unfolding based on where I was, what I knew, how I could handle things, it couldn't have been any other way, but it can be different now. And there's the great news is that it's okay. It was what it was. It's okay. It can be different now. And through that yoke of no fault, no blame, no guilt, no shame, we can take a step forward.